All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're on Facebook, hello. All right. It looks like we are connected both here on Facebook and live on Instagram. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I am beyond excited to be spending time with you. Jem and I are so excited to be sharing this ritual with you. So, everyone who's joining, thank you so much. Please go ahead, leave me a comment, let me know who's here, and let's go ahead and spend a little bit of great time together. And let's go ahead and start this ritual. So, this is going to be our light and shadow ritual spell. This is for anyone who purchased our Light and Shadow Ritual spell kit, or for anyone who is just joining us who wants to watch this ritual and be a part of it. We welcome all of you in. Thank you all so much. We really appreciate all the support and love that you guys have given us, and we can't wait to share this ritual with you. So before we dive into the ritual, I'm going to quickly go over all the materials. For those of you who are joining who didn't purchase the kit, you can go ahead and gather up these materials, and then that way you can join along with us. For anyone who did purchase this kit and has any questions about the materials, please let me know as we're moving through these, and I'd be happy to answer those for you. So the first thing that you're going to need is just some way to clear the space. Whether you're choosing to use white sage or black sage or blue sage, go ahead and grab some kind of sage bundle like that. Now, in your light and shadow ritual spell kit, you got a light and shadow sage bundle that has beautiful orange roses on it and black thread. So please go ahead and grab that. Next, we're going to be using some Palo Santo. So this is, again, from our kit. This is a custom rune Palo Santo stick, and we're going to be using this to clear the space. So this brings in the healing element. So if you guys have anything else that you like, maybe it's a lavender incense, maybe it's some type of herb or some type of mist, please feel free to bring that in. The two crystals that we're going to be using today, one is going to be a piece of goldstone or any orange crystal of your choice, and one is going to be a piece of black obsidian or any darker stone of your choice. We're also going to be incorporating our little cinnamon brooms. Now I decorated mine, so if you got yours in your kit, please feel free to do this as well. I just wrapped a piece of sari ribbon around it and some charms, and this just makes it more of a besom than a cinnamon broom, but we're going to be using this to clear energy, so make sure you grab that as well. We're going to have our orange and our black candles. Now, our kits came with a candle holder and a black candle, but if you're at home and building your own supplies, any light and dark candle, white candles would be fine. Even if all you have is white candles, you can just carve in them to follow along with the spell. Then we're going to be using our labradorite crystal skulls. Now, this is green aventurine, but you all will have labradorite as your little crystal skull in your kit, so we'll be using those as well. We are going to be using a little medicine bag or a fall sachet. So anyone who has one of those is welcome to bring that as well. And if you don't, you probably have like one of these little bags around, and you can easily make one out of leaves and like apple peels to work along with the spell. And the last thing is you guys should have a Day of the Dead little travel bag. I have a different type of travel bag here, but we're going to be packing up the spell at the end with that. So those are all the tools and everything included both in your kit or if you're joining us that I would like you to bring. Now, if you are joining us and you don't have the kit or do have the kit, there's some things that you guys need as well. One would be like a little bowl of water. This is both going to represent our west and the water element, but it's also for safety. Since we're working with spell candles, we always want to make sure we're super, super safe. So go ahead and grab a bowl of water. You're welcome to put salt in that if that's your calling. And then some items to represent this year. So I put some tarot cards along with some little trinkets. And we'll get into this as we're doing the ritual. But these are little pieces and parts that are going to represent the balance in your year. So on the orange side, we're going to be putting over here anything that represents the joy of this year, the prosperity this year, or the good things that have happened in your year. This side is the side where we're going to be putting what we're releasing this year and what we don't want to carry forward. So that really wraps it up with our tools. You can see I put a bunch of other kind of decorations around here. That just inspires me. So feel free to do that to your space as well. As we get together, I'm going to burn some copal, and I'm just going to quickly ask if anyone has any questions or anything that they need clarification on before we start our ritual together, please go ahead and ask those now. I'd be happy to ask you any question. We are going to do a full ritual together. So go ahead and get everything nice and started. Get yourselves nice and comfortable. Get all your tools out because we're about to do our beautiful light and shadow ritual together. All right, it doesn't look like we have any questions, so we're going to go ahead and move forward and start our ritual together. So before we start, thank you all again so much for joining me. I'm so excited to be here with you, and Jem and I are so excited to spend this time with you and to share this really a deep part of our magic with you. This is going to be a beautiful space where we're going to be doing some healing work together, and we're going to be using a myriad of traditions. I'm going to follow my own path, but please change anything out that doesn't work for you. Any words or symbols or language, please exchange those for what feels comfortable in your world. All right, guys. So welcome to the light and shadow ritual spell. As we start our work, it's really important to make sure that your tools are placed separate onto two different sides of your altar. Your left side, which is your receiving side or your female side, this is where we're going to represent all the things that you've created or enjoyed this year. On your right side, which is the black side of your altar, where you're going to put your black candle and any tools that represent the shadow of this year. This is your releasing side. So as you gather your tools and you look upon them, the first thing that we're going to do is light our smudge bundles. So go ahead and grab your light and shadow smudge bundle. Grab any type of lighter that you have and hold it over it for just a few moments as it lights. As you're lighting your sage and as it burns, ask that any energy that isn't for your highest good be removed. Clear away anything that isn't in alignment, anything that blocks your path. As we are doing this, we're asking all of our angels and our ancestors to join in and to help us at this time. We're clearing all of our tools and our space, removing any energy that isn't here to help us. We're making space for us to be able to release what no longer serves us as well. Making sure to stage all of the items that we'll be using in our spell to make sure that they're free of any energies. Making sure they're clear for our intention and ready for the magic work we're going to be doing today. Take 3 deep breaths and inhale your sage smoke. Feel yourself come into present time and be in this and only this moment. When your sage goes out or when you feel comfortable, go ahead and place it down. Now we're going to open a circle. Whenever we do magical work, we want to be protected. So we're going to open a magic energetic container to hold everything that we're creating here so that it can be released into the universe. You can create this however you want. I'm going to go ahead and use a beautiful piece of Lemurian quartz to open our circle. Pointing, facing east to begin with, we open up in this direction, extend our arms, come around, and come back to the east. This opens up a magic circle. Then, since our circle is open, we call to the guardians to hold our space and protect us while we create this magic here today. We call to the east, to the guardians of the air, to the spring, and to open space, to come into our circle and to breathe space into what we're doing, breathe time into what we're doing. May we all be clear and open to the breezes of change from the east. We call to the guardians of the South, the guardians of fire and of courage and of passion, to help us be ignited in this year in what we've created, but also burn away what no longer represents us. May they hold us protected in their arms in the South. Then we call to the direction of west, to water, for our clear emotions and our clear space. Thank you for helping us stay in flow as we create this work. Bring ease and guidance into our life and let our emotions be free and clear. Thank you, guardians of the East. Guardians of the North, of our earth, of our strength. Guide us and protect us. Connect us to our ancestors and their wisdom, and hold this space for us as we create pure magic together. So now that our circle is open and that we are fully protected, we can go ahead and create this spell together. We're going to be starting on the left side of our altar with our orange side and our orange candle. What we want to do here is light your candle. Make sure your wicks are trimmed, by the way. So we're going to light our candle. And as we do, we want to think about all we've created this year. What's made us happy? What are you grateful for? This is the power that we're pulling into our lives right now. Go ahead and grab your gold stone. Place it in your left hand and cover it with your right hand. Close your eyes and ask your guides to show you the goodness of this year. What did you learn? How did you help this world? Take a minute to breathe in deep and to exhale. Listen to what they have to say to you. Look at the other items that you have on your altar. What do they represent? Maybe how much energy you've processed this year and your personal healing. Maybe your success in finances and being prosperous in a very hard year. Maybe it's listening to your intuition. Maybe it's staying healthy and happy. Maybe it's finding your path or connecting to your purpose a little more. Think about all of that. What have you created? What made you happy? What made you feel love and joy? What were you thankful for? Hold on to your gold stone and infuse this energy deep inside of this crystal. Powerful energy of all the goodness that this year had for you. Think about all the times you were proud of yourself. What did you handle really well? What did you take with grace and dignity? How did you lead? How did you give attention for those who mattered most? How did you help others? Really breathe in all of your joy and all of the goodness from this year. Now we move to the right side of our altar, what we will be releasing this year. As we light our black candle, think about what it is that you don't want to carry forward. What are you releasing right now? What will be squarely left at the end of this witch's new year? What hurt you? I want you to go ahead and grab your obsidian. Again, place it in your left hand and cover it with your right hand. And as you do this, think about what you need to let go of. What old people, places, or things are no longer good for you? What isn't working? What is too hard? What is too heavy for you to carry anymore? What disappointments or expectations were broken that you need to leave into the past? Take a look at what you left on your altar. What do these represent to you? Do these represent pain and struggle? Does it represent hard work and all the disappointments of this year? Does it represent all who we lost? Many of us have lost people extremely important to us this year, and our hearts are forever broken because of it. We want to leave that in the past. And maybe it's time to release overthinking, time to release all that constant pressure and old beliefs. Ask my guides and all of yours to come close and help you release what no longer serves you. Whether you are conscious to it or not, please let it be removed from yourself. What do you need to leave behind? Are there any health challenges that you will be leaving in the past? It's okay to cry here if that's what you're feeling. It's okay to feel the pain that this year brought you. It's all right to see yourselves in not your great moments. Did you overreact and buy floods of toilet paper and are a little sad about that? Did you get too worked up and fall into hype? Did you not reach out to the people you wish you could have reached out to? Did you overreact or underreact? Did you bottle up emotions so that you could just move forward? Have you taken on everything because you just need to get through? Feel the energy of this year and all that we are releasing behind us, all that no longer serves us, all that is our darkness and our shadow. Now, go ahead and take your witch's broom or besom, and we're going to carefully sweep away the energy. We are now releasing what no longer serves us, pushing it away from our lives and away from our energy. Be careful around your flames as you do this, and make sure you do yourself as well. To do yourself, do it on your left hand. To clear energy on others, do it on your right hand. Sweep away that energy, what no longer serves you. Anything that you're not carrying forward. Sweep it over your tools and what they represent as a way of showing yourself that you will no longer be carrying this energy forward. Sweep it over your bed, sweep it over your doorways. Use this as a tool of this season to remove any energy. Always go down your central energy line as well, from the top of your head all the way down to remove the energies. Sweep away what you no longer want to carry, and make sure that you sweep away both sides. We want to make sure that none of our shadow or that stuff that we don't want to carry forward crosses over if it's not clear. So make sure you remove it from both sides. Now we're going to grab our Palo Santo sticks. These represent the healing and the balance that we're bringing into our life, as it was our intention with this entire spell to integrate both our light and shadow to create more balance and authenticity. So let's go ahead and create that balance. Your Palo Santo stick has these beautiful symbols on it, and these symbols represent joy, ancestral knowledge, even exchange, cycles, and protection. Grab your Palo Santo stick and light it up. Let it burn for just a second. And go ahead and blow it out. This represents the healing that we're doing. We did a bunch of releasing, and now we're calling in healing for ourselves. Calling in healing for all those things that didn't quite work out well, or all those things that didn't go our way. We're calling in joy and knowledge from our ancestors. We're calling in even energy exchange so we don't feel depleted or that we're over giving. calling in cycles to be protected this season and next, and then calling in very peaceful and very calm protection. Go ahead and make sure that goes over all of your tools on both sides. And make sure you clear yourself as well here. So breathing in this beautiful holy wood and bringing that healing into yourself. We're balancing our energies. We're replacing whatever we removed with balanced energy, with healed energy, calling all of our energy back from the whole year to us so that we can stand in our strength as we move forward. Now, look at your altar. Look at everything that you have in front of you. Feel what they represent and what they mean. Each of these items in front of you should hold a very powerful energy. And it's time to integrate both your light and your shadow, the good and the bad, the stuff you don't want to talk about and the stuff you do want to talk about, the bitchiness and the kindness, the not so beautiful and the gorgeous, the loving and understanding and the harsh. All of these things are what make you you in a beautiful and empowered way. It's time to combine your aspects, and move everything together. So very mindfully, I want you to start taking pieces from one side of your altar and integrating them into the other. Mindfully feel what these represent and what these mean to you. Your strength and your power, your intuition, your success, your loss, your knowledge gained. And think about how they represent you going forward to this next year. How will you be integrating all of this? Yes, you may overthink, but wow, you're very analytical. And that's extremely helpful in this life. Wow, you may be channeling a lot of energy. You may push yourself too much. And in this new year, you will seek more balance. Maybe you'll balance your wealth and your kindness a little bit more going forward. Maybe you'll be more understanding to those in your life. Bring all of your items together in a way that pleases you and makes sense to you. Think about what everything represents and what this means to you. This is a really important piece of our ritual because this is how we're going to be embodying what we're doing here today. So I'm going to drum for you guys for just a little bit, just a minute or two, while I really want you to sit down and stare at these items. Stare into the candles maybe and do some scrying. Look into your bowl of water. Look into the gold stone. And just think about what this means to you. What does it mean to be authentic to you? What is that truth that you've been looking for? What does balance look like in your life? How are you putting these two parts together? What have you learned? What does this mean for you going forward? If you want to spend more time in this space, go ahead and pause this video and come back and move on when you're ready. For the rest of this, now that we've taken this time to understand what these elements mean to us and how we're going to integrate grief and inspiration and passion and insight and, putting ourselves first while tending for others, it's time to really take a look to our ancestors for some guidance and some wisdom. So everyone go ahead and grab your crystal skull, and holding it like this, go ahead and hold it up to your third eye. It's in between your two eyebrows, about an inch up or so. Put your crystal skull third eye to third eye. Ask your ancestors, what wisdom do they have to share? Close your eyes and listen. What don't I know that I need to know? What wisdom can you share with me? What guidance do you have for me? Spend as much time as you want holding your labradorite crystal skull up to your third eye. You can also look it directly in the eyes if you would prefer. Seek the wisdom of your ancestors. They know so much, and they have so much to share with us. This is the part where we're going to be wrapping up our ritual together. If there's anything else that you feel called to do, anything else that you feel to include in your spread, to add to your altar, if you want to spend more time in meditation or with different tools, please take that time. Do anything else that you feel called to do that will bring more balance into your life. We're going to move forward after this in strength, embracing all of our different sides, embracing all the different aspects of who we are in strength. Now, it is time to close our circle. Once we feel done and we feel that everything that we created is good to go, we're going to close our circle. Use the same tool that you opened your circle with, starting in the east and going north counterclockwise all the way back to the east. Now it's time to release the guards and the guardians. Guardians in the north, we release you. Thank you so much for spending time with us today and holding us and grounding us. Our tools were used in your honor, and we feel blessed to spend this time with you. We release you. Guardians of the west, thank you so much for your flow and energetic healing. May we step forward in strength and in ease. We release you. Guardians of the south, of fire and creativity and passion, thank you for lending us the courage to be strong enough to say goodbye to what no longer serves us. Thank you for helping us release what no longer serves us and stepping forward bravely. We release you. Guardians of the east, thank you so much for giving us this time and this space and breathing in the winds of change into all that we are doing. We step forward with your power and guidance and healing. We release you. Now that everything's been released, we want to thank our angels and our ancestors for their guidance and the wisdom. We ask that everything that we be created today be present with us every day going forward, that we are closer to our true purpose and true love. Thank you, ancestors, for your wisdom. Blow out your candles. He'll also relate our sage bundle and help move all the energy that we released out. Clear away any energy that we released. May it be taken on the winds and transmuted into useful energy for those who need it most. Thank you for all your lessons and what you've taught us. May that energy be replaced with balance, harmony, and authenticity. Now, I'm going to take my fall set little bag and I'm going to place my gold stone and my obsidian in here. These have been completely charged with our ritual and ceremony. The gold stone representing all the good and greatness in life, the obsidian representing what we're releasing and no longer carrying forward. Together, they represent the balance and harmony that we've just created for ourselves, and will always represent that balance and harmony as long as we hold these crystals. I'm going to place them in my little sachet and keep this with me. This will stay on my altar or possibly hang by my bed. Actually, I think I'm going to hang it by my vanity so I see it every morning. The smell, the beautiful apple scent will remind us of what we've done here today. The roses and clove bringing love and grounding, and our crystals sitting there for us, doing the magic, holding this power for us as we move forward. You can also take your bag that you got, your little Day of the Dead bag, and go ahead and put the rest of your tools in here for future use. You're welcome to store everything in here, especially when these go out completely. You can put them in the bag so that you can perform the spell at any time. Now that your spell is complete, your magic is released into the universe. We closed our circle. We ask our guides and guardians to pull this forward for us. And we stand here in strength, knowing that the harmony, peace, and authenticity that we claim today will come to us threefold and those around us as well, making the world a better place. May everything you hope and dream come to pass in perfect time and perfect alignment for the highest good of all. Blessed be. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We love spending this time with you and being able to create this ritual for you to enjoy. If you have any questions whatsoever, please let us know. We are happy to answer them for you. You can perform this spell anytime you need to. If you're feeling uneasy, if you feel like you have a lot of anxiety, you feel just unbalanced and need to come back to center, this is the spell for you to do any time of the year. We love you all so much. Thank you so much for being with us and have a wonderful day. And until we meet again, take care.